What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin, and it's about 4 in the morning. I don't care. I said I was gonna do these videos. I got to it late. I actually rewatched the conference. Well, I rewatched the Microsoft one. I'm gonna rewatch the other ones so that way I can know exactly what I'm talking about. Because a lot of times you watch it live, and then work has been killing me this week, so I haven't been able to you know get these videos done and or rewatch some of the conferences. So I rewatched the Microsoft one earlier today. When I decided to do the video now because I've been busy all day, so there's some time I have free. Um, and I have some notes right here which I took, and it's pretty much just about everything they showed. In terms of games. And Microsoft, after the disaster that was the E3 2013, the Xbox One reveal, all that was a disaster. You know, with all the DRM, everything that went wrong. Matic, the old CEO. Now they got Phil Spencer in, who I actually like. He did a better job. He's done a better job. He's coming out. As you know, they already came out with the Connectless Xbox One. I think that was very smart. But on to the conference. The first game they showed was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. They showed the single player because that multiplayer is going to get shown through event Activision does. Advanced Warfare. It's Call of Duty. Who cares? And the graphics looked okay, but at this point, I'm just tired of Call of Duty. I didn't buy Ghosts. A friend let me borrow it, and I couldn't give it back to him faster. So. As I always do, we play the wait and see, but not too hyped about it. The next thing, they talked about some DLC for Forza 5. There's supposed to be some free DLC. They also announced Forza Horizon 2 for Xbox 360. Another addition to the Forza series. Like I said, real-time racing sims, not too much of a fan of. It includes Forza, Gran Turismo, and of course, you got Drive Club coming out. I really don't care. They showed a trailer of Evolve. Seeing gameplay of it, I really like that game. And it has a pretty interesting multiplayer. Pretty much a four versus one. Then you got the environment. Then you got different survivors, with different abilities. So, it's made by Valve, the makers of Left 4 Dead and some of the best PC games, some of the most well known. So we'll have to wait and see how it turns out when it comes out. But the gameplay looks good from what I've seen. But they evolved. They just had a trailer at the the Microsoft conference. Assassin's Creed Unity gameplay. Found out that is the next Assassin's Creed. I believe it comes out this year on Xbox One, 360, PlayStation 4, PC, PlayStation 3. This one's gonna have 4-player co-op. First time ever in a Assassin's Creed game. I believe 3 was the first one to introduce multiplayer. But Unity is actually is adding the co-op, so that might might bring a little life into the Assassin's Creed. Because for the most part, I really don't care. After 2, I played a little bit of Brotherhood. But after that, I didn't really care. Moving on, Dragon Age Origins, like a gameplay, like a trailer with some gameplay mixed in there. I'm sorry, Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. I don't know why I got Origin written down in my notes, but as I said, they had gameplay mixed in with the trailer. If you look at EA's later conference, you actually see some gameplay. It looks interesting. Hopefully, because I didn't like Dragon Age 2. I like 1 because it is more it has more RPG elements, and 2 went more of an action, more of an action RPG, and stripped away a lot of the RPG element. Hopefully 3 they go back to what 1 was doing well, and just obviously just boost the graphics because it's gonna be on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. So it's a game that I might check out. It does come out this year, I believe October. I don't know no exact date. I didn't write that down. Sunset Overdrive. They showed gameplay for that. We saw earlier gameplay of it, and it's a fun game. They got like an 8-player co-op. and the game just looks like it looks wacky, colorful, beautiful art style. The game makes fun of itself, and these are games that people want to see. People don't want to see Call of Duty every year. They don't want to see Assassin's Creed every year. They want to see some innovation, not necessarily innovation, but they want to see some games that just look generally fun. And that game does. Now I will definitely be checking that out. It comes out this year in October. Still don't know a date on it. Whatever. Um, next game. Well, next bit of stuff they talked about was the Dead Rising 3 DLC. Um, I've actually played it. I have an Xbox One. I would show you, but it's kind of junky in here. um, I have a Dead Rising. I got the Dead Rising 3 DLC, super, ultra, super hyper remix, blah, whatever. I don't remember the whole thing. I didn't write it down. Don't care. I played it. It's okay. It's not worth $10 though. To be honest, it's not worth $10. But it is okay. It's a separate mode for we play with 4 players. Very short. It's Capcom. Capcom is making fun of themselves. They included a lot of characters from games that they have not made games from in a while, outside of Street Fighter. If you got Dead Rising 3 on Xbox One, I guess you can try if you like Dead Rising 3. I guess it'll be worth a buy for you. Next is Dance Central Spotlight. Don't care. I don't have a Connect. I got the Connectless one, as you well know. Dance Central is actually a pretty good Connect game, but just not something I want to play. Next we have Fable Legends. It's more like gameplay. It looks more like a CG trailer. I'm assuming that was gameplay, but Fable Legends. I did not like Fable 3, but I think they can get some things right. Definitely a game I'll be looking at. The next was Project Spark, which is like where you can create, you can create different levels and all that. And with that, they showed Conquer. Yes, from Conquer Bad for a Day. Fuck Project Spark. They should announce Conquer's Bad for a Day too. We don't need no Project Spark. But anyway, they showed that just to piss people off, which I'm pretty sure it did. They actually made fun that he didn't have the game in 10 years. Whatever. Project Spark is on the Xbox One and also on Windows 8. Next we have Halo 5. It was just more like a trailer. Showed the other character. And that's pretty much all it was. It was just a trailer show Chief in space blowing up a tire ship. Then right after that, they showed the Halo Master Chief Collection, which comes with Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4. No Reach, no ODST, which ODST was BS anyway. And Reach didn't have nothing to do with Master Chief, obviously. Reach and ODST had nothing to do with Master Chief. That's why they're doing 1 to 4. And they're all remastered. You can actually, how they did the multiplayer. You can actually mix and match different things. You really have to go back and look at it, but it's definitely a must buy. Especially if they already remade 1, but 2 didn't never get a remake. I would definitely like to play 2 remade. 3 also didn't never get a remake, but it was on the previous system. 4, kind of surprised about that, but it is the Master Chief Collection. We'll have to wait and see how they look. It did show how it looks. I might pick that up. I might. After that, they showed the indie game trailer. Some nice looking indie games. It went through it so damn fast. I couldn't really write names down. I didn't feel like pausing the video. So it's just a whole trailer montage of different indie games that's going to come to the Xbox One. Don't know if it's going to come anywhere else, but they did show it during their press conference. It looked pretty nice. Indie games are very important, despite what people say. Indie games for any console. If it's a good indie game, just because it's not a AAA game doesn't make it a bad game. Next we saw The Witcher 3 gameplay. Witcher 3 looks amazing. Definitely can't wait till that comes out. It looks great. Comes out next year though. Like a lot of games that got announced in the entirety of E3. Next they showed a trailer for Phantom Dust. The trailer was super short. So don't know what that game is gonna look like. It was a super short trailer. Showed two people with like magical powers rushing at each other. That's about it. Um, After that, they showed the Division. Um, Division, of course, is a Ubisoft game, and the game looks great. But you gotta always take the Ubisoft. After the whole what they did with Watch Dogs, you kind of gotta take what their games with a grain of salt. I have no doubt that the game's gonna be good though, because Watch Dogs is a good game. It just didn't look like when they first showed it. Hopefully, the Division can be different, and it's more of an online game. They showed, you know, they showed three people playing it, and the gun combat, the physics, all look great. It's kind of, I believe it's in New York, like a post-apocalyptic thing where they're fighting, just random raiders or whatnot, and it looked really good. The next game they showed was Scalebound. It was just a trailer, pretty short too, just as short as the Phantom Dust one. It was like a guy who, when he jumped on the back of a dragon, like he would get like armor the same color of the dragon. Um, I'll keep my eye on that one. Obviously, we haven't seen anything past that trailer, and they ended off the conference with Crackdown 3, which is, of course, if you played, original Crackdown was before it was right before Halo 3 was gonna came out, and that game was like they were like if you buy this game and you will get the Halo 3 beta. A lot of people bought it. Some people rented it, but a lot of people bought it because Halo 3. This is coming off Halo 2. Halo 3 was the shit. I mean, people were really into Halo then. And Crackdown 1 came with the Halo beta. And people actually played the game and found out, it was a decent sandbox game. Obviously, it had a lot of work, but I think it was a very underrated game because it obviously got overlooked because it was the game that people got for a beta. So I really like 1. 2, 2 wasn't that good. I mean, it didn't make any huge advances after 1. Not graphically. Um, you know, they could have came up with a better story. I think 1 actually had a better story. What little story it had a better story. So they dropped the ball on that. And it just it just wasn't. It didn't differentiate itself that much from 1. 3 has 4-player co-op. They showed 4 different soldiers, so it does have 4-player co-op. So wait to see some gameplay, see how it looks. They did show, if you scour the internet, there was an engine shown. Well, they said it was a Crackdown engine, showing destructible environment, showing them blowing up a building. That's in there. That's definitely a huge improvement over the first 2 games. But all in all, Microsoft, they did have some high points to their conference, but it wasn't really nothing that we already did. We already know about. We already knew about the Master Chief Collection. We already knew about Halo 5, Project Spark, Fable Legends, Sunset Overdrive. We didn't know about Crackdown 3, Scalebound, or Phantom Dust. And we knew about Forza Horizon because they talked about that about a week before E3 started. So it really wasn't any surprises in their what they announced. But I still like that they showed, this whole list is full of video games. They showed nothing but the games, so you definitely got to give them some credit for that. But for the most part, they didn't have any surprises, I think. So I think it was a pretty average conference. They showed the games, but I think it's a pretty average conference because it's got to have some. Like, oh, you see now for Gears game would have came, they would announce Gears 4. That would have been, that would actually bump that grade up to good, because it would have been a game that we didn't hear nothing about, or Conker's Bad Fur Day, something like that. It would have definitely went up to, oh yeah, that was that was a good conference because they actually had some surprises in it. But for the most part, I think it was an average conference. There's some good games in there, but it wasn't really any surprises, and that's what E3 is about. Surprising your console, pretty much the people that's buying your console, surprise the consumer and tell them this is why you should get our console. But I think they did a good enough job to intrigue people just a little bit. But this video went for 15 minutes. I'm gonna cut it short here. I'm gonna be doing I don't know. I may do the EA Ubisoft one because they are pretty short, so I might go through those really fast. But I will be doing the Sony and Nintendo. I've already watched those. I watched those live, so the most part I already have notes for them. So I will be doing Sony and Nintendo. I may do EA Ubisoft. Just depends on how I feel. But if there was a game that you liked in this conference, let me know. Hit me up down in the comment section of which game you liked that was shown during the Microsoft conference. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Thanks for watching.